Well, the good news is we're exceeding expectations, and that's a really good thing. The question is, how long can we keep it going? The answer to that is, well, it's incomplete at the moment. I have no idea, but you know what? It's certainly going to be fun to find out. My name is FM Jellicoe, and this is the Red Devils Rising. So I said we were going to come back from Arminia Bielefeld in Ingoldstadt, but then when I got to the Arminia Bielefeld game, I realized it was one of the international breaks. I can't bring myself to play a game then spend an hour going through the next 2 weeks, because that's when I do a lot of scouting and stuff like that as well, and then play another game. So today we're going to be playing Ingoldstadt and Paderborn. However, we're actually doing okay. A couple of these games were just... Okay, the Union Berlin was a mini disaster, but that's beside the point. We beat Fortuna Düsseldorf last match, and then Greuther Fürth we lost to 3-2, thanks to an extra time goal by Rodrigo Martins. More extra time goals. Marlon Ritter was the reason we won against Dynamo Dresden. His goal in the 49th minute saw us through. Union Berlin came in, absolutely bossed us. They had 2 goals in the second half. They could have easily had 2 more in the first half. Against Darmstadt, we beat them 3-1. Again, another extra time goal. It didn't really matter in the outcome. We would have won 2-1 anyways, but another extra time goal. And then against Arminia Bielefeld, we won thanks to a 95th minute extra time goal. It's getting out of control. It's been out of control. Maybe I just haven't noticed it before, and I'm noticing it now because it's the reason why we're winning some of these games. But Willem Goebbels is back from injury and announced himself with a very nice goal in the 67th minute. So today we're going to be playing Ingoldstadt and Paderborn. Currently, we are second in the league. We are tied with Hamburg. We are 1 point behind St. Pauli, 1 point ahead of Dresden and Heidenheim. Paderborn is in 8th place at the moment, and Ingolstadt is in 15th place. Lazar Markovic leads us with 9 goals. Mamadou Ducouré, who is our new team captain, by the way, has a 7.33 rating. Roser and Ilorgui Francisco each have 4 assists. Vakov Jamelka, my defensive center back, has the best pass completion rating. Roser and Markovic each have 2 players of the match awards. Reeder and Jamelka each have 5 yellow cards. It's kind of to be expected. Of our 11 matches played so far, our 23 goals scored are second best in the league. Our 15 goals allowed are 9th worst. We have 17 yellow cards and 1 red card. Budget-wise, we are doing really well. 20 million euros in the bank, just a deficit of 1.1 million euros this month so far. I got the board to improve the youth facilities, and that is where all of that is coming from. We did sign some new youth players. I will show them. I got a George hair floating around my ear. I'm going to show them off here in just a minute. That's why the transfer budget's down, and we're still spending 115 euros more than we're allotted. So one of the things I like to do, especially during the international breaks, is you go out, you find some youngsters who are out there on a free, or they're on lower division teams on low salaries. You can sometimes get them in on trial and pick up a good player for cheap. Prime example of this was in my high-end save last year. I found a defensive right back named Roberto Fernandez in the 5th tier of Spanish football. And he turned into a 4.5-star player at the La Liga level. Yeah, starting here. Anto Grgic. I may have mentioned these guys. I may not have. But we're going to go over them again just in case. Anto Grgic comes to us on a free, a midfielder, 3-star current ability, 3-star potential ability, 25 years old. Here for depth more than anything else, but he will be part of the rotation. He already has 1 appearance and 3 off the bench. He scored his very first match, and I know I have mentioned him because I remember him scoring. Glenn Ray, another midfielder who is playing defensive center back more often than not. Yeah, that rings a bell now. Patrick Drews, the backup keeper. Yep, we did mention him. Good grief. Tristan Didier, 17-year-old defensive center back from Portugal. 1-star current ability, 4-star potential ability, 17 years old. Brought him on because he's a 17-year-old with 4-star potential. The scout said he is a potential Bundesliga center back. Why wouldn't you do that? 575 euros a week. I'm not really losing anything on that. Robert Sakaj, defensive left back, also 17 years old. 3-star gray current ability, 3-star potential ability. May not turn into anything, but he's here on a youth contract, 475 euros a week. And physically, he's not too shabby. His strength is very low. We can hopefully improve that. But it's the 16 teamwork that kind of stood out to me. The 11 determination is nice. He doesn't really have a lot of promise at first glance, but I think he could fulfill that 3-star potential and be a solid backup, at least at like this level. And failing that, I know I can move him on for money down the road. Let me see here. So I do have some more players in on loan. They are not showing up, and I don't know why. Did I not sign them? I could have sworn I signed them. Anyhow, we'll find out. It's been one of those days. We had dinner. It was a very nice Thanksgiving dinner. Kicked back, relaxed, played a couple other video games. Watched my son play Apex, which is a hoot sometimes, to be honest with you. And was sitting here and thought, I could get a couple more episodes out of the way. So that is what we are doing. So today we're going to play Ingoldstadt, and then we're going to play Paderborn. And I'm going to double check my best 11 now, set the reserves, and I'm going to come back with our match against Ingoldstadt in just a bit. So today we've got Mazzini in goal, Shad, Jamelka, Reeder, and Decore as the defensive back four, Gennaro and Bresciani as the midfielders, Markovic and Ritter as the attack midfielders, Rote and Goebbels up top as the strikers. Nothing but a win. Defenders, midfielders, I have faith in you. Almanum Pax Viscum, put it in the goal. We did convince the board to spend some money on the youth facilities, 1.1 million euros. That will be started on in the summer and be finished in the fall of next year. Ayenza, left side of the box. Gets around one defender. Knocked away by Jamelka. Rosa's going to run that down. It's 2 against 5. Is he going to be able to do something? Rosa, Bresciani. Oh, he skied his shot. Was a good opportunity. He just got too much oomph on it. About 20 minutes in. Give the guys a little encouragement here. This is Mazzini, picked up a knock. But he's showing up okay. I wonder if it was a training thing that I missed. Entirely possible. Coming up on halftime, a quiet game, despite the fact we've had 13 shots, 3 on target, and they haven't had any. Okay, guys. We can get the ball in the net. We've been the better team. What is up with Mazzini? Oh, that's right. He got injured earlier in the week. He's returned to full fitness. It's not a big deal. Because, what's his name? The backup started last week and did a decent job, all things considered. Drews, that's right. Wow, 60 minutes in, not a lot of highlights. We're going to move Goebbels back to left. Midfield. We're going to move Markovic up to striker. We're going to bring Francisco on at winger. And that's all we're going to do for now. Holy cow. This is going to be a 0-0 draw. Frank to Arroyo. Out to Wolves. Back to Arroyo. Bresciani dispossesses of Markovic. Out into space. Ilarugi can't get there. Wolves runs it down to Paulson. To Voleth. Almost loses it. Niskanen. Back to Riss. To Arroyo. Bernardo. Back to Arroyo. Up to Niskanen. Back to Velkov. Over to Kuchki. And that is the game. Holy cow. Despite the fact we had 30 shots, 8 on target, they had 4 and none. We had a slight possession advantage, completed a huge amount of our passes. It's a 0-0 draw. That is bad form. And Goebbels bruised his shin. Okay, no big deal. To the press conference here. I have multiple players out on loan, but I'm only getting one loan report. I wonder why that is. Because I know I clicked on all of them. So I have to go to scouting. Assignments. There used to be a way in previous versions you could go to assign analyst priorities. Nope. Scout priorities. Yeah, Labiola and Furstein. Why am I only getting one report? That's something to be figured out. So we've got about a week before the Paderborn game comes up. Hopefully we can get ourselves right there. I'm kind of surprised. All those shots, even a few on target, we just could not put it in the back of the net. That's frustrating. You know, part of me says as long as we're not losing, it's okay. Back in a bit. Well, it's pretty much the same squad as last game. Everybody had a week's worth of training. Everyone had a week's worth of training. Everyone is healthy who was healthy. There have been no new injuries. We got a couple players who are coming back from injury. They're still not match fit yet. The nice thing is the winter break's coming up. And I actually had to go through... oh, heck yes. Steli Mamba is the striker who scored like 3 goals on us last season. Okay. Chad to Markovic. We're wearing our 3rd uniform for some reason. Gennaro, shot, blocked, bounces back to Roser, who puts it in for his 7th of the season. I had to make sure we weren't the home team for a second because we're wearing our 3rd uniforms. The game glitches like that from time to time. It's usually fixed. Markovic to Gennaro. Roser got the rebound because Ewu did a really nice job in blocking the shot, but it went right to Roser. Cone to Marlos on the throw-in. Back to Cone. To Marlos. To Meyer. Tries feeding Ballet, but it's knocked away. Roser out to Gubbles. He heads it over, but it goes right to Lynx, who sends it all the way back to Huth. Paderborn is resetting. Huth just bombs it forward to Shad. Jamelka sends it back to Mazzini. So one of the things I did not realize was last game on the tactics, shoot on sight was turned on. And Marlos scores. I can tell it's late because my S's are starting to whistle. Anyhow, shoot on sight was turned on, and that's why the last game we had so many shots and none of them went in. So I changed that to work the ball into the box. I don't know. I got turned on as part of a mid-game tactics change, and for some reason when the game ended, it did not revert. 20 minutes in, it is 1-1. Going to encourage the guys. Oh, look at that. All happy, smiley faces. Chad did something. What did he do? To Curry. Drives forward. And Lynx steals the ball to Ewu. Back to Lynx. Lynx promptly gives it away to Shad. Gennaro to Markovic. To Ritter. To Gubbles. Takes the shot off the post. Gets it back and puts it past Huth for his 3rd goal of the season. Well done, Willem. Nice header by Ritter. Nice job by Gubbles to stay on top of that. To be fair, the defender was a bit lackadaisical there. We'll take Shad off at the half, which is coming up right now. And we take a 2-1 lead after 6 shots, 3 on target. Bring on Kalala to replace Shad. That is one of the areas I'm looking to improve in the January transfer window. That is about the only area I'm looking to improve in the January transfer window. Our depth at defensive right back is just on the wrong side of scary. "65 minutes in, no highlights this second half. How on earth is Mazzini on a 6-6? That I do not know. We are going to get Gennaro off and bring on Glenn Ray. Meyer with a corner kick for Paderborn. Sends it in. Schonau is there. Mazzini stops it. Mazzini, tries getting it to Roser, but Cohn steps in front of it. Stout has the ball out on the right. He crosses it in. Jamelka knocks it away, but goes right to Schallenberg. He gets it to Thalhammer. Dekure knocks that away. Ritter has it. Gets by the defender. Long pass goes right to Anu. Huth runs up with it. Stout to Iwu. Thalhammer gives the ball away to Ritter, who tries banging it forward to Rosser, but Anu is right there again. There's a lot of Route 1 going on here, and I don't believe either one of us has that turned on, and that was a dangerous shot. If I didn't know any better, I'd say it hit the crossbar and went over. Dekure is gassed, so we are going to bring on Redondo. Oh, what the heck happened there? Cancel. No. Undo. Redondo. For some reason, Santini came on. Probably because I accidentally grabbed Santini. Okay. Mazzini. Over to Jamelka. Rieder. Mazzini. Bangs it forward. Oh, look. Right to Schonlau. Schallenberg. Thalhammer. That's a great name. Meyer. Gives it away. Redondo heads it down to Ritter. Passes up to Bresciani. Lets the ball go by him. Runs forward. Taps up to Rosser. Gubbles ends up with it. Feeds Bresciani and right at Huth. Was a soft shot. Huth had no issue stopping that. Was a good sequence right until the end. Meyer. Corner kick in. And Ballet heads it high and right. And that is the game. We come away with a 2-1 victory at Paderborn. Gubbles had a very nice game. And we are in second place. 2 points behind Hamburg. Okay. Get to the next page here. Why is that not set up for match review? It should be set up for match review. Is it going to let me set up for match review? It is. Okay. Match review. Nifty. And we have the winter break coming up. So we are going to be back for our unknown opponent in the Pokal. Can we find out who we're playing? Let's click on it here real quick. Be drawn on the 28th. That's in 5 days. So you know what? I'm going to fast forward to the draw, and then that's where we'll end the episode. Back in a bit. Well, we just lost Gennaro to a double hernia for the next 5 to 8 weeks, so it's a good thing Grgic is coming back from his own injury. It is the DFB Pokal third round draw. 16 teams. We shall draw them all individually. Bayer is playing Freiburg. Bayern is playing Augsburg. SV Werder is playing Hamburg. Union Berlin is playing Heidenheim. Arminia Bielefeld is playing Bochum. FC St. Pauli is playing us. Mainz is playing Eintracht Frankfurt. Schalke is playing VfB Stuttgart. Have they updated the schedule yet? So yes, we will be back on the 11th of January to play FC St. Pauli, who are currently 5th in the 2 Bundesliga. Well, that's really a decent drop-off between 6 and 7. It's going to be these 6 teams competing for those 3 spots, isn't it? So, yep. So that Ingoldstadt game, that was a bit of a bore. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that the tactical changes I'd made in the previous game carried over. We were shooting the ball on sight, so even though we had a lot of shots, none of them were really on target, and it was wasted opportunities. Paderborn, though, was a very good victory for us. They are a solid squad, and we did a very good job of holding them to almost no shots. And that is something I'm really working on this season. I know we can score. It's the fact that we let other teams score on us that really hurts us in the long run. And yeah, that sounds trite when you say it that way, because it's true. Of course, if you score and the other team doesn't, you're going to have success. But at some point in time, and I've had this happen a couple times in recent saves, it's going to come down to tiebreakers, like goal differential and whatnot. And you need quality defenders on the field, because without quality defenders, your attacks aren't going to mean much. And nobody wants to win shootouts all the time 5-4. Yeah, it makes for exciting soccer. Yeah, it makes for exciting football sometimes, but it's stressful. And I don't have enough up here left to tear out as it is. It's a sad, sad fact. Doesn't make it any less true, though. If you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM Jellicoe. I thank you for watching.